be able to get to where they want to be. And I wouldn't want to say it is as a result of women not supporting them. Of course, it's a factor, but I want to believe that we are no longer where we used to be. We are better than where we were. And I know by God's grace, very soon, we'll get there. Times are changing. The world is becoming a global village. So people now have a better understanding that, of course, your fellow women can also attain authority. What is important is the person's capacity, and not as a result of his or her gender. That is not a function of gender, but a product of that person's capacity to be able to handle certain responsibilities. So I want to believe that our women now have a better understanding. Their psyche has changed. So because of this, they have a better understanding, and now they are willing to support our women. What we now do is to encourage our women to come out, vie for positions of authority. We want to give them confidence. That's why I said what we are doing is more of advocacy, more of engagement, it's more of enlightenment. We are encouraging them because honestly, it's not easy. There are a number of factors that may affect a woman to be able to come out. But what we are doing is to encourage them to come out. And once they do, we also encourage our fellow women to support them. So I want to believe we are better than where we were.
Other to our women initiatives is the baby of your office, as the special advisor to Governor Ayodele on Women Affairs. It's been in the news for going around empowering women based on the promise it made during the election campaign. Lately, it's coming up with a fasting and prayer program, and then people are wondering, is that part of what your office should be doing? What is the rationale behind this initiative?
Thank you so much. The truth of the matter is, as much as we want to deny it or want to say something is not really the truth is constant, and the truth is we are spiritual beings, okay? And we all understand the fact that the spirituality controls the physicality. Of course, we have worked hard, we have committed ourselves to this administration, and this is the beginning of the year. This administration is ending, another one is coming up. So we felt it necessary for us as women to come together. We are nurturers, we are womb carriers. That is not only, participating in the physical, we also have to take charge spiritually. And that's the essence of the fasting and prayer. Some of us are not just politicians, we are also spiritually inclined. We understand how important for us to obey the doctrines of certain instructions of our beliefs. Calling for prayers is a mandate, is a responsibility. For some of us that are Christians, even as Muslims, we understand the fact that there's a divine instruction from above to call for prayers for people in leadership, to call for prayers for leaders in authority. It's a responsibility, it's a mandate, okay? It's an instruction from God. There's a Bible verse that says that it's important for us to come together and pray for people, for those in higher authority, so that we can live a peaceful life. It's a divine instruction. So it's not just that we just come together and pray for praying's sake. We are fulfilling that mandate by God. So
is it interdenominational or just about a particular denomination?
It is interdenominational. In fact, today Muslims are coming. It's not just limited to Christians. We are all coming together. We are coming together under a unified purpose to pray for this administration. Yes, physically we have worked, we have mapped out action plans, but we feel this is the beginning of the year. It's important for us, and we are fasting. We are fasting, we are praying. For 3 hours we are gathering together under an umbrella to say together in one accord. Okay, in that instruction, there's this biblical instruction that says that when you pray for those in authority, you have a dignified life, then so that you can have peace. In other words, if you don't pray for your leader, you may not have peace. That's the instruction. So it's a mandate, it's a responsibility for us as women, and that's why we are taking it with a lot of seriousness, with a lot of sense of responsibility, that this is an agenda for us, and I'm happy that we are doing it at the beginning of the year. So it gives us opportunities to come together to speak to ourselves. And we are not just talking to ourselves. In fact, a revered woman of God, someone that is highly respected across the states, Reverend Mrs. Funke Felix Adejumo, will be coming on board today. She'll be joining us from 12 p.m. to 3 p.m. at the Government House Chapel. The choice of that place is because that is the chapel in the Government House. That's the first altar in the state. So we are gathering there, and it's cut across denominations. In fact, Muslims will be there. Muslim women will also be there, because we are coming together to pray to God Almighty. And whether you
We should digress a little. Fantastic, you're praying. And what do you make of this school of thought that says Nigerians would rather pray than, ask for accountability from their leaders? Do you think we should spend more time praying, or rather than holding our leaders accountable?
we should do
or
both.
Asking for
We should do both, honestly. We should do both. I just said now that we have worked. Okay, when it was necessary for us to be out on the field, reaching our women, engaging them, we did that. Now it is also time for us to commit the leadership in the hands of God. That's what we are doing. And when it is time for accountability, trust me, we will also do that. Like I said, some of us are so immersed in this administration. We have a responsibility to see that this administration succeeds. So we are going to do all it takes to ensure the administration succeeds. And it's not just by talking, by also acting it out. And part of the action is also prayers. Like I said, the spirituality controls the physicality. It is when we have like our prayer point for today is sustained peace and protection for all. We'll be praying for the entire state and the administration of His Excellency Lokori Musaid as well. You agree with me that when there is no peace, there is nothing anybody could achieve. So we currently enjoy peace in the state, and we are praying for sustained peace, so that when there is peace, it is that time that we can begin to ask for more and say what should be done in terms of infrastructure, what should be done in terms of empowerment, what should be done in terms of social welfare, and all of that. But when there is no peace, God forbid, you won't even have time to begin to ask for all of that. So I can tell you that both works pari passu, both prayers and accountability.
Right, as you pray